So my channel is boring, and I want to fix it. And it's not boring because I'm boring. It's boring because I've already heard everything I have to say, and I ramble on forever. So the simplest way to fix it is to involve other people. And I was just watching a video where I was talking with three other people. So there was 4 altogether, which is a really good number of people. Hi, what are you guys doing? Hi. Actually, I need other people actually here because my dogs are lonely. You should be upset by that. It's dog abuse to just have my poor dogs. Oh, you poor doggy. You poor doggy. Oh, you poor doggy. All they got's me, and I don't even pet them. I mean, I just petted them for a second, but I don't even love them. I do love them, sort of. I don't know what love is. But anyway, so back to the problem. The problem is that I have all these really interesting thoughts, some of which are extremely extreme and hopefully very good ways, that could benefit the entire world, yay. And we could play with ideas, and we could be respectful and good. And look how nice it is out. This is really nice out here. Oh, that's sweet. The temperature is so nice. I mean, I definitely have to invite people here. But back to the idea of doing kind of like a podcast thing, I would still have to be very careful about who I invited to that. Because as I watched this other one, some people, it was a 4 people conversation, some people were very quiet. And that's fine, I guess, but the point of being on the podcast is to interject your thoughts. And so I want people to not interrupt, because a conversation where everybody's just fucking constantly interrupting each other is very annoying. It's not useful. But I want them to be listening to the other person and formulating, what are my individual thoughts that don't necessarily agree or disagree with that, but add to the conversation to make it something watchable, educational, inspirational to other people, to inspire their thought. And that might come in the form of disagreement or agreement. That's true. But I want each person in the conversation to be thinking, how is my unique perspective the most valuable to add to the conversation? And require that of each participant. Because I do have control over who I invite to be participants. For you. So it's not just some weird, whatever the fuck I am. I don't even know if I'm a hippie or not. You know what a hippie is. I don't know what. I'm probably human. I'm human. Oh, there's really good news. There's really interesting news. They just found, I think it was in China, they found some, and I forgot the name of it, but I'll try and put it in the comments or the description or whatever. They found fossil evidence of a type of humanoid, because they've been finding new humanoids for a while. It's not just us and Neanderthals. It's, Florensis was the Hobbit person or something, or there's all these other human people, homo whatevers, bunch of gay humans. They're not. It's a joke. Don't get offended, you fucking. People who get offended don't have anything to do better with their lives. No fucking sense of humor. Anyway, all these cool humans we're discovering, which is very cool for science and stuff, if it's even true. I mean, can you trust scientists to do DNA stuff? I just read a thing about some DNA expert in the courtroom lying a lot, although that doesn't blow evidence for DNA in general. It's just corruption as it occurs everywhere. Anyway, back to China, okay? they found fossil evidence supposedly, and this could get disproved. I mean, science is a tricky game, and they find things out, and they find out that, oh, whoopsies. But apparently there was a type of humanoid, homonym. See, homonym sounds like a wrong word, but that's the one they used in the article. Homonym? Really? That sounds like ad hominem, like an ad hominem argument. God, I have totally gone insane. I can't even have a conversation. But seriously, keep up. And so they call them homonyms. Am I a homonym? I thought it was a hominoid. I don't know what that means. But they found one that had a bigger brain capacity, like a bigger skull, cranium, which doesn't imply there was a big brain in it, but I didn't read the article very carefully. That predates, it was really old fossil stuff, of a potentially high brain capacity humanoid. And then you got to ask the question, this is the question, you ready? Was there a smarter form of humanoid before us? Because we think we're Homo sapiens, right? We named ourselves after being smart. Even though we're the ones destroying the entire planet, because we're so smart we learned how to use fossil fuels and kill us all. That's how smart we are. Which gets back to that Fermi paradox of why isn't there other life around the universe? And it's like, maybe any type of life that is intelligent enough to use resources well uses them to alter their environment, pollute it, and kill themselves. That's what yeast in a beer wort does. Maybe that's us. Of course, whatever it was in China died out too. So clearly they did not have the evolutionary success path. And the truth is, if you look at the graphs, there's various times that, and genetic people who are smarter than me about genetics, which is almost any geneticist, all of them actually, there was times where the population of humans fell to ridiculously low levels of population. Like, we almost died out a bunch of times. The fact that we exist at all is just kind of like, well, not everyone died. And after civilization collapses, we will either go extinct, because that's what everybody's working towards. You know, look in the fucking mirror, it's you. Everybody's working towards killing everyone. For now, we just enslave them. And we exploit all the resources on the planet and contaminate everything and poison our bodies. And, you know, that's the current method we use to survive. But some people might survive. And we don't know how collapse will occur. If it was a pandemic, we could probably survive that. And that would actually probably save humanity. A good pandemic would probably save the genome to continue, because it wouldn't kill off everyone. And then the earth would slowly restore itself, and the oceans would be filled with fish again, and animals and stuff, and wildlife would restore. And that's actually one of our better types of collapse we could experience. It would be better than like a big asteroid or something, or, you know, a solar flare, a solar storm could fry us all at any time. It would certainly throw us into collapse. If you have a Carrington event or Miyake event, I think it's called, I mean, we are in serious shit that's going to hit us sometime. I mean, it's a certainty that shit's going to hit us. So the question is, are we prepared? No. Can we get prepared? Maybe. And then what will actually occur? And that's all unknown. But the fact that in China they found these cool, big-headed beings, and I think the Latin term they used for them was big-head or something, is very just interesting. I mean, when I grew up, there was, the question of the missing link, and like, you know, if there's humans, then where's the evidence that we came from apes? And it was like, well, then we found Neanderthals. I think that happened after I was a kid. And then we found all these other humanoids, and then now we're finding this extra weird one. And who knows, maybe it was aliens, that came and impregnated apes and turned us into humans and stuff. And who knows what happened. I wasn't there. But back to the podcast. If I can recruit the right people to have really cool conversations, we could agree, disagree, add enlightenment, add factoids like the kind I share with you, add different thoughts on this project and how to manage a forest and how forests and humans can work together and do food forest farming. I could get people who are smarter than me about architecture. I could make a spreadsheet of all these cool topics, and then I could pick the people to put on the topics. They could pick themselves. They could self-evaluate their experience and knowledge and how well they can do it, providing you with an amazing conversation that you get to be part of. And I do think the idea of 4 people is the right number. And not just 4 people laughing at each other's jokes and giving you shit, to consume, to amuse you, but to enlighten you, to move along the path of progress towards human enlightenment. And you can be part of that as a viewer, as a commenter, and maybe on the show itself. Should you be on that show? Do you know something special? Do you know about culture, religion, sexuality, food, diet, social organization, law? I mean, there's smart people out there, and they know more stuff than I do about their area. And I know a lot about a lot of things, so I could kind of moderate it and make sure everybody gets a chance to talk, although hopefully every single person is trained to be polite, not interrupt too much, not talk too long, but give the best of themselves. I love it. I want to be on that. I want to watch it. I want to create it. Help me do it. That sounds fun. I got to have something to do anyway. And having people here in person is scary, and I still need to do that too. I was thinking about it a lot about that. But at minimum, doing a podcast. At minimum. You want it. I want it. Let's do it. Let's do it hard. Oh, yeah, baby. Do it hard. I really don't know if I offend myself or just think I'm kind of lame. But whatever. Let's have fun, baby.